Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learn Math with Syed Ali. So we have some more practice for rate and currency conversion. So one question is asked normally, like giving us a table, and it says in the table that 1 USD, 3 USD, 5 USD, 7 USD, 8 and 10 USD. We have to find out the CAD value, Canadian dollar value, and HKD, Hong Kong dollar values here. So two things are given here, that 1 USD is equals to $7.75 Hong Kong dollar, and here 3 USD is 3.369 Canadian. So two things are given, and with the help of these two things or these two ratio, we have to find out and fill up the table. So the important thing is that we can read it like one thing is easy, that 1 USD, which is given, 1 USD is equals to 7.75 HKD, Hong Kong dollar, right? So if you want to change any USD, you have to multiply by 7.75. So here everything is easy to fill in up for HKD, because HKD relationship is known in the table. 1 USD is equals to 7.75 HKD. So how many 3 USD will be equals to? So you will be saying, okay, 3 times 7.75 and 3 times this equals to 23.25. Whatever you get the calculator, you can do by calculator. So this will come out at 23.25, right? If you want to find out 5 USD, so you multiply 5 by 7.75, because the relationship is given that 1 USD is equals to 7.75 times HKD, right? So whatever USD you have to multiply that factor. This is multiplying factor to convert USD into HKD. This is called multiplying factor, right? So we multiply continuously in this table to get the value of HKD for 7 US dollar. 7 times 7.75, 8 times 7.75, and 10 times 7.75, and we receives the solution, right? So whatever you get, 5 times 7.75 is equals to 38. What you get? So 38.75, right? So you can do it by calculator. So you have all those values. So 7 times 75 is 54.75. 8 times 7 is 56. So it becomes 69.75. And then this one is straight, so 77.50. So these are my HKDs in terms of USD, because here the factor to be multiplying factor is 7.75. But for conversion to CAD, USD to Canadian dollar, the relationship is given that 3 USD is equals to 3.69. This is the relationship which is given, and we need 1 USD. How much 1 USD equals to in Canadian, right? So 3.69 divided by 3, because this 3 is multiplying here with the USD, and to the other side of the equation it goes and sit in the denominator. So when we can simplify it, 3 ones are 3, 3 to the 6, 3 3 the 9, so we get 1.23 Canadian, so dollar, right? So that means if you have 1 USD, you will receive $1.23 in Canadian dollar. So your multiplying factor is 1.23. So now you have your multiplying factor, and you can also fill it up here that 1 USD is equals to 1.23 Canadian. So you fill up it here also, and you have the multiplying factor. So we will do all the calculation that how much 1 Canadian, 1 USD, 3 USD, 5 USD and 7 USD equals to. right? So we will be doing this calculation now. So here 1 USD is 1.23. So I will write it here 1.23, right? Because we have this calculation, you can see here. So 3 is given, so 5 USD. 5 USD, that means you have to multiply 5 with what factor? You have to multiply, the factor is 1.23. So 5 times 1.23 is equals to what you get? 6.15. So you have 6.15, right? So now you have multiplying factor, so you can do these calculations like this. So I will be doing 7 times 1.23 and then 8 times 1.23 and then 10 times 1.23. So now in the calculation column, we show our work that how we find it out, right? So we have the conversion here, and this conversion is known that 1 USD is equals to 7.75. So this was straightforward. Only we have to do this calculation, that how much 1 USD to be multiplied, right? Multiplying factor is 1.23. So when we multiply this, it will be approximate. I am doing some, so you can do it by calculator. 8.61, 11.07, and then what you have here is 10. Yeah, that one is easy, straightforward. 12.30. So this is how I complete my table. Only two values were given. One relationship was 1 USD into Hong Kong dollar and 3 USD into Canadian dollar, and we fill up the table and we show our work in the calculation column. Now here one thing I did, 1 USD is 1.23 times, right? So now I have to find out 1 CAD in terms of HKD. 1 CAD in terms of HKD. So what is 1 CAD? Here is relationship that 7.75 HKD is 1.23 CAD. So you can write here, you have to do some calculation. What is shown there? There is shown that 7.75 HKD, Hong Kong dollar, is equals to 1.23 Canadian, right? And I want to find out what is my 1 Canadian equals to, 1 Canadian in HK, right? What is my multiplying factor, all right? So I will say 1 Canadian will be equals to, what is my multiplying factor? 7.75 divided by 1.23. So 1 Canadian will be equals to, if you divide it, 7.75 divided by this 1.23, you get 6.3 HKD, right? So here you have, now you can fill in the blank here as 6.3. So in lieu of 1 Canadian, you will get 6.3 Hong Kong dollar, right? In lieu of 1 USD, so you have to times it by 6.3, right, to get the value of HKD. 1 Hong Kong dollar in terms of USD. 1 Hong Kong dollar in terms of USD. So what relationship we have? Hong Kong dollar and the USD. We have this, right? But we have reverse. We have 1 USD is equals to 7.7. I will rewrite it. 1 USD is equals to 7.7 HKD. Hong Kong dollar. So 1 Hong Kong dollar, I need value of 1 Hong Kong dollar, is equals to 1 divided by 7.75, right? So 1 HKD will be equals to 1 divided by 7.75, which is equals to 0.13, right? I am just rounding it off, is 0.129, so I put 0.1. So 1 Hong Kong dollar is equals to 0.13. So these are the multiplying factor, right? So we have those factors. Now sometimes another question is asked for the same rate and currency conversion, that if we have, this question is asked like, if I have 4 US dollar, 70 Hong Kong dollar and 21 Canadian dollar, how much total Canadian dollar I have? How much total Canadian dollar I have. So I will erase it for a bit and then make some space. And we have the relationship, all the relationship which is required for this particular question. And the question is, if I have 4 US dollar, 70 HKD, Hong Kong dollar, and 21 Canadian dollar, how much Canadian dollar I have? How much Canadian dollars I have, right? So this is the question. That means we have to convert 4 USD and 70 HKD into Canadian dollar, right? And we have conversion factors now, so we can do, what we can do is 4 USD will be equals to 4 times 1.23, because this is the conversion factor to get Canadian dollar, right? This is my conversion factor to get Canadian dollar. So this comes out to be 4.92, right? Now, what is the next? 70 HKD, 70 HKD will be equals to, so how much HKD? So that means we have to divide 6.3, right? This is 1 Canadian is equals to HKD times this. This is multiplying factor, I told you. So if it is reverse, then we have to divide it. This is important step. So 70 HKD, 70 divided by 6.3, right? So this comes out as 11.11. Why we divide? Because 1 Canadian dollar is bigger, right? When bigger quantity, right? So if we want to make Hong Kong dollar is a smaller quantity, so we need to multiply Canadian dollar. But from Hong Kong dollar to Canadian dollar, the result will be a lesser quantity because Canadian dollar is bigger than Hong Kong. So the conversion factor will be dividing the amount because we have to get the lesser amount because Canadian dollar is bigger than Hong Kong dollar. And then Canadian dollar 21. So 21 we don't need to change because this is Canadian. And we need to know our answer in 2 Canadian dollar. So we can add them together. So 3, 9 plus 1 is 10. And then how much? 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7. So it is 7 and 3. So 37 and 3 cents. $37.03 is total Canadian I have, right? So in terms of Canadian dollars only, 37 Canadian is your answer, right? So hope you understand the conversion and conversion factor. Remember one thing, to get the smaller quantity, we do have to multiply with the conversion factor, right? So because smaller quantity will be more, right? But to get the bigger quantity or the bigger unit, bigger currency unit, strong currency unit, we have to divide because we will get less amount of bigger currency, right? So if we have 7 Hong Kong dollar, we will get only 1 USD. So who is bigger? USD is stronger. USD is bigger quantity. So this is the factor for multiplying to make US dollar into Hong Kong dollar. But if we want to make these Hong Kong dollar to US dollar, then we have to divide the quantity, right? So if somebody is saying 23.25 Hong Kong dollar, convert it into USD, you will divide 23.25 with 7.75 and you will get $3 in terms of USD. So division and multiplication depends which way we are moving to the bigger quantity or to the lesser quantity. Hope you like the video. If you like it, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon button to receive another video. Thank you for watching.